Hi YouTube, I'm back to talk about some things I've invented, some ideas I've got, some abstract thinking I've been doing, basically. Talking about what I think Bitcoin's successor will be, and that is the crypto anarchist corporation, or crypto stock, basically. And that would be something like stock in a company that's traded over the internet rather than on Wall Street. And I'm going to tell you the story of how I kind of came up with this idea and my thinking behind it. So the summer after my freshman year in college, I worked as a volunteer researcher on an oil and gas problem called microbial-induced corrosion. And my work helped me get a position at ExxonMobil's upstream research company the following summer. And when I started working at Exxon, I ran into a huge conflict. Basically, my ideology is pretty libertarian, pretty rigid, and my boss at Exxon wanted me to continue the work I had started as an independent, but under ExxonMobil contract, meaning they would own all my intellectual property rights, and basically meaning that I had worked for Exxon the previous summer for free. My boss already knew about my work, and the goal was to begin the process of patenting my work for ExxonMobil, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal, and I rejected that offer, despite knowing they could easily take my work and continue it with no realistic way of me being able to stop them by using patent law to prevent that. Pretty much, I felt like I was playing a rigged game, because ExxonMobil's size and my lack of funds meant there weren't any good ways for me to stand up to them, really. So I didn't really know what to do. Actually, I got pretty depressed after that. It was really overall a very bad experience for me. And I pretty much responded by doing the only thing I really knew how to do, and that was just to keep inventing. I just invented more stuff. So I thought long and hard on that problem, and kind of that as a societal problem, like what happened to me and stuff, and trying to think of how basically we could fix that as a society, and how I could kind of balance the scales, right? At least prevent, if independents like me are just constantly being exploited by these large companies, there's nothing we can really do. I figured there had to be some way we could get them back at least, or something we could do to exploit them. And I kind of had a breakthrough when I realized that cryptocurrency made a really good analogy to a crypto stock with like constant fundraising through the generation and sale of shares, which is, if you know anything about entrepreneurship, like say you start with 1 million shares outstanding and then you want to raise money, you create 500,000 new shares, and then you sell those shares for funds. And I kind of continued to think about this problem, and I realized crypto corporation offered several advantages over the corporate model on Wall Street. Basically, first, there was little incentive to meet any regulations. Government couldn't really enforce laws such as U.S. intellectual property laws or antitrust laws. And basically, a ideal crypto corporation could break all intellectual property laws, amassing huge legal liabilities that could never be enforced, right? So this corporation could really host a ton of copyrighted material, maybe assuming $100 billion in legal liability. That meant absolutely nothing because the government couldn't enforce that legal liability, right? Because the shares aren't traded on Wall Street, and the company's funds aren't in bank accounts, right? It's in these crypto shares, right? It's kind of the same stuff you hear about with Bitcoin, right? Like if you get caught for evasion of something, right, and your money's in Bitcoin, unless they can break, and it's in an encrypted wallet, unless they can get your wallet somehow or break your encryption, they can't really take your money from you. So, everyone knows Bitcoin is used for many black market transactions. So, why shouldn't a cryptocurrency be backed by stolen copyrighted material, right? I mean, if one of the main reasons of using the cryptocurrency is for black market transactions, why shouldn't the currency itself be black market, And I don't think there's any real reason why it shouldn't be. So, pretty much, what would the effects of a crypto stock be, and how would a crypto corporation operate? Really, in my opinion, it would pillage the rest of the corporate world, right? Taking advantage of anonymizing software to allow employees of large companies, employees at ExxonMobil, employees at Shell, employees at BP, all these other huge companies, they would allow those employees to publish trade secrets and schematics of company products online. And not only could it allow them to do that anonymously, it could pay them to do it anonymously. So I really think this is going to be a huge deal in the future, and basically I'm looking to the community to help develop this, because I'm having pretty much bad symptoms some of the times, right? Having bad depression and stuff like that. Like, I'm a big picture abstract thinker. I can't really always do all the details, but I know somebody needs to develop this. Like, this is going to be big. I've invented plenty of things before. Like, I have the resume to back me up, and back up what I'm saying and stuff like that. And so I just, what do you guys on YouTube think? Is anyone out there willing to help? Let's get this done, Let's build Napster, but a corporate Napster, and let's host all kinds of material, and let's have a good time doing it. Let's make a shit ton of money doing it, and let's get some bad guys, let's get them back. All right, YouTube, peace out.